Hey you guys, Michelle here. Hopefully the mic keeps working. Try to charge it. If not, I have to get a new one sooner or later. But here we are at the Marantz setup. I had a lot of comments in the past about this, like why is it set up like there? That makes no sense and that can never sound good. So as you can tell, there's no speakers connected to this. So sorry for the mess. There's an 18-inch JBL here. I pulled it out of my storage. You see how what condition they are. I'm going to show this thing off. Gives you an idea of how big this woofer is. This was the woofer that was used with the timpanis. So in the future, we're gonna reinstate these somehow or repurpose these. Let me put this aside for now. Yeah, big boy. I got two of those. Anyways, a bit of a mess here. So my seat is right here. You guys cannot see it. It's out of frame. But this is a system. This is a system that is an emotional value system, as I call it. I recreated this system because based on my dad was a avid audiophile. He was an audiophile. He was an audio enthusiast, but he also was an audiophile. The expensive cables, the more spender, the better type of guy. Did not take away that he was a incredibly intelligent man. Maybe you guys will not agree on that one, based on his spender. But he absolutely had a love for music and audio. So I come by it naturally. I grew up with it. Thanks to him, I got to the point where I'm at today. I also have his musical quirky taste, so that does help too. So this is a Marantz PM700. It's a DC amplifier, so it's a console stereo amplifier. This is the 2 times 70 watt version. Um, it still had the looks of the more desirable Marantzes. This was right in the tipping point when Marantz was switching over to I think it was Philips that took over at the time. If I'm not, somebody can correct me. I'm not too well versed in the entire history of it, but it still had the beautiful look of Marantz, thick aluminum bezel, tape monitor, filters, mono, EQ defeat. I run it on EQ defeat, by the way. This is not being used really. Loudness, speaker 1 and 2, phono input. It had a lot of options that actually you don't see them no more on normal integrated amplifiers. This was a 2 times 70, um, two phono stages, MC and MM, MM2, MM1. So one can be switched between moving coil and magnetic, and the other one is just a magnetic. So, um, anyways, a lot of options to this thing. Um, Cleaned it up, recapped it. It was a pretty easy job to do with these amplifiers. What made these a little bit unique is the cooling system they had. They had a Freon enclosed loop system, so it is a closed Freon type of thing. As far as I understood, it heats up, it evaporates, goes around the heat sink and comes back, and etc. So it's kind of a little bit of a unique system in terms of cooling. Then we have a tape deck here. This is the 3000 model. This one needed some work. I had it imported from France even. Works perfectly now. I put new belts on there. Everything works accordingly. Oh, a little bit shoving here. Has no dampers on it because it wouldn't fit. But maybe you can see it when I play it. It will play. Now this one has a little bit of dirt in the butt, but as you can tell, maybe from a distance, it's kind of hard to tell that it's working. But I'll let it run for a minute. Then we have the 400 tuner, which was one of the first that had a display as well as the analog typical gyro dial. Um, then we have a Marantz turntable. This is the 6100. I had to recap this one. If you have one of these and it does a loud pop when it comes down or when it comes off and it goes off and you hear a loud boop, you got to recap it. Super easy. It's just a capacitor on the bottom. Take it off, replace it. Good to go. Done all that. So this is a beautiful turntable. Honestly, these are really nice. If you find these, they have gone up in price, by the way, because I remember I paid only $75 for mine. We're gonna do up close in a minute, but this is a 6100 model. Also has the additional head shell here, the original head shell, which I of course kept with the Empire card on it, and it even still has the single puck. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty complete. These were not made by Marantz. These were made by CAC, a Japanese company. There's some models above this, and they actually command some good money these days. These were belt-driven tables, actually really good tables, very solid, very easy to work with, automatic return and a reject, so it's really cool. We're going to see it. I don't think I can put it on because I have no record here, but you get the idea. But the reason why this system is here, this was my dad's first audio system or hi-fi system. Every Sunday he would play records on this. When this system came out, he bought this system and he called it his Christmas tree. You know, it had the beautiful VU meters on it. Of course, it was daily used. Now this is more of a rebuilt system based on what he had. He had the 500 model, was slightly the smaller model of this one. But I always loved the look of this. This is, to me, it looks fantastic. The retro look, and it has a lot of memories for me. You know, I played as a kid. You know, not always with permission, with his system, and that was his thing. That was his vibe. I don't remember which loudspeakers he had on this system, but I do remember that he would crank the living shit out of this thing, and it would not give him any issues. So uh, the tape deck, of course, needed a lot of revision. These things need revision these days if you find them, but that's okay. I also got the flagship over here, which is a 8000 model, I believe, the big one. I still need to work on that one. That one needs to come completely apart to do it. These were way easier to service than the flagship. But yeah, guys, this is it for me. This is a great system. It is emotional value to me, and how this is being used, because people notice, yeah, there's no speakers, and I had some speakers flanking it not long ago, and people, oh, that's crazy. You can't listen to it like that, and it's terrible. This is used with my Hi-Fi Man headset. So this is where I listen to my tapes. Normally this is on top of that. So here's the D90 audio research, by the way. So I listen to my tapes and I listen to my Hi-Fi Man. And even the tape sounds phenomenal. I had to adjust the speed. These are planar headphones that I bought somewhat years ago. I haven't used them too much, but I listen to records and I listen to tape predominantly on this. Also, this system allows me to basically get more money out of my Spotify experience because I will record tapes. I will just record tapes that I have and play them off. So this way, I always have it on physical media. What I want to have for not free, but for a pretty low price. This is not about resolution. This is not about definition. This is not about ultimate quality or whatsoever. This is about nostalgia, emotional connection, and absolutely enjoying music. Yeah, if you cannot enjoy music on a setup like this, I do feel you're not sharing my hobby at all. To me, it's about music. Of course, there's quality involved, but when you listen to a system like this that is this old, we're talking about 40 plus years old, looking this cool. There was still some quality involved in this, and again, I'm not comparing this to top tier Marantz because I know it's not. But actually, these things have gone up slightly so in value too now. People start to see for what these things actually are worth and what they are. So that's what you get when stuff gets older and older and older. People are starting to look for this more desirable stuff. But this is a great setup. If you find something like this in the wild, let's say in a nice what do you call it, garage sale or something, don't hesitate to buy this. It's simple to maintain, very simple to work with. It does need some love here and there now in this age, but it holds up nicely. You can drive very hard speakers with it, but if you have a sensitive speaker, it will work with this thing. It's not the best sound you're ever gonna hear, but it's not gonna be the worst either. So there's the explanation of all this. So I'm gonna go up close a little bit just to show you around a little bit, just to show you how this thing looks like, and and then we're gonna close this video off. But I thank you for allowing me to showcase this a little bit. Finally, it's been a long time. It was coming, but here you go. So let's get up and do this. And my mic is still working. That's a win-win, right? So here we have the 6100. There's an Audio Technica card on it with new head shell. Great about this player too, by the way. You can just switch out the head shells. Comes with a head shell holder. Of course, the belt is replaced too. This thing is completely restored as it's supposed to be. Plug and play ready. It's got a little blemish here. This here had, I can actually get this off. I need to work on that a little bit. But this had the hi-fi brush arm on it. I took it off. That's the 16100 with a, also the cover is in great shape actually. Then here we have the PM700. Still a really nice piece of kit here, honestly, for what it is. Gotta love the VU meters. They're not wipers, but they are pretty cool. Then we have the tape deck here. Yeah, looks pretty dope. Oh, and for people that have issues with some of the belts that don't work well, I had two belts that broke with the forward reverse. So what I did, I put a double belt on there and never ever had an issue again. Did not affect the speed either. Then we have our tuner. Tuners are kind of obsolete today, but it's still on there. So yeah, really cool. And of course, you guys, you got to have a dark shot here. Huh? Why not? Add that to it. Anyways, see you in the next video.